Morning everyone. Since we have gathered here, let's start the meeting immediately. I'd like to thank everyone for coming today for this meeting. Well, start it by introducing ourselves quickly. Please state your name and your position. As usual, that today we want to talk or discuss about risk communication COVID-19 for service facilities health. This material aims to protect health workers from infection and prevent the possible spread of COVID-19 in healthcare facilities. This material contains a series of simple message and reminder based on WHO more comprehensive technical guidance on infection prevention and control in healthcare facilities in the context of COVID-19. Healthcare infection prevention and control when new coronavirus infection in suspect. Health workers play an important role in responding to outbreak COVID-19 limit health and become that the backbone or cope with the spread of providing service that defends of a country against disease. At the forefront, power needs confirm COVID-19, which is often carried out in officers at a higher risk of infection with COVID-19 in suspect patients and challenging circumstances. His effort to protect a wider community. Officers may be exposed to hazards such as psychological stress, burnout, mental exhaustion, or stigma. WHO recognizes this great task and responsibility and the importance of protection healthcare facility personnel. This COVID-19 risk communication material for health service facilities contain 8 products. This is for facility management health service, preparing to face COVID-19 in healthcare facilities. Step 1. Set up a trach point and the entrance to health care facilities before entering the waiting room to screen patients for COVID-19. This is limit the possibility of infection through the pus. Step 2. Place information such as poster and brochure reminding patient and visitor to practice hand and respiratory hygiene. Step 3. Prepare the room with a part with limit clear for suspect case. Step 4. Beware of people who showing symptoms such as cough, fever, shortness of breath, and difficulty breathing. Step 5. Prepare hand washing points complete with antiseptic alcohol or soap and clean running water for health workers, patients, and visitors. And the same for health service facility management. Management of suspect. Confirm COVID-19 patient in healthcare facilities. Don't forget, healthcare workers told wear appropriate personal protective equipment when screening patients and trach points. Provide medical masks to all patients who show flu-like symptoms or report possible COVID-19 infection. Remind all patients to practice good respiratory and hand hygiene. Step 1. Placement management. Immediately isolate suspect and confirmed cases. If possible, place the patient in a separate room. Suspect and confirmed cases should be separate. Keep a distance of at least 1 meter between patients. Do not place more than one patient in one hospital bed. Step 2. Environmental management. Limit the movement of patients within the facility to reduce the chance of infection spreading in the healthcare facility. If patient transfer is required, plan for transfers. All staff and visitor will come into direct contact with patient must wear personal protective equipment. Carry out periodic environmental cleaning and disinfection. Ensure good ventilation, if possible, open doors and windows. Step 3. Visitor management. Limit the number of visitors per patient. All visitors must wear personal protective equipment and their visit must be recorded. For health personnel, protect yourself at work from COVID-19. Step 1. Follow the health care facility management guidelines and tell colleagues about the agreed COVID-19 safety procedure. Step 2. When entering a room where a suspect or confirmed case of COVID-19 is located, wear disposable gloves, clean long sleeve cloak, medical mask covering mouth and nose, eye protection such as glasses. Remember guys, personal protective equipment must be replaced if it's to be rust and also changed for each patient. Disposable personal protective equipment, medical mask, gloves, disposable face shields should be disposed of in a closed bin and wash hands thoroughly. Disposable items should not be reused or sterile. Step 3. In performing aerosol generation procedure, such as intubation, use a particulate respirator such as N95, check and density. Step 4. Boots and overall not required. Remember, do not touch eyes, nose, or mouth with gloves and hands until the hands have been cleaned properly. Step 5. If you cough or sneeze or show other symptoms of a work, immediately report your illness to the relevant personnel and follow their advice. And them for health personnel. Personal protection equipment (PPE) according to health service activities. Remember, keep your hands clean. Clean hand before putting and on after removing PPE. Screening officer trick or point of entry must wear a face mask medical. Taking a rare specimen APD that must be used as follow respirator and 95 or FFP2 cloak gloves. Caring for suspect cases. Confirm COVID-19 without aerosol generation procedure. APD that must be used as follow the same glasses or protector face, medical mask, cloak and gloves. Caring for suspect cases. Confirm COVID-19 with aerosol generation procedure. APD that must be used as follow glasses or protector face, respirator N95 or FFP2, cloak and gloves. Transferring the suspect cases. Confirm COVID-19, including direct treatment. APD that must be used as follow glasses or air protector, face, medical mask, cloak, and gloves. This is for health personnel communicating with suspect or confirmed COVID-19 patient. Be respectful, polite, and empathetic. Remember, suspect and confirmed cases and accompanying visitor may feel sad or scared. Most importantly, listen attentively to the patient question and concerns. Use the local language and speak slowly. Give answer to every question and convey correct information about COVID-19. You may not be able to answer all the questions because there is still so much unknown about COVID-19. It's okay to admit that you don't know yet. If available, distribution pamphlets or leaflets containing information to patient. You may touch or comfort suspect and confirm patient while wearing PPE. Explain the COVID-19 procedure in healthcare facilities such as isolation and limiting the number of visitors and the next steps. If the patient is a child, a family member or guardian accompany them. Companions must be provided and use appropriate personal protective equipment. Keep your visitor and family informed when you get the chance. This for patient and visitor of health facilities. Information about COVID-19. 5 things to know. You must already know what COVID-19 is, but here remind you again how the emergent symptoms spread. The most vulnerable people and the treatment of COVID-19 itself. COVID-19 is a disease caused by a new coronavirus that was not previously identified in humans. Coronavirus are a group of viruses and found in animals and humans. In general, COVID-19 causes mild symptoms such as runny nose, pain throat, cough, and fever. For some people, the symptom can be removed. Severe symptoms can be more severe and cause pneumonia or difficulty breathing. A small number of cases of this disease cause death. COVID-19 is known to spread more easily through close contact with people who are infected with COVID-19. An infected person cough and sneeze give off a splash, and if you get too close, the virus can enter through your breath. We still need to know more about the impact of COVID-19 on humans, elderly people, and people with medical conditions such as diabetes and heart disease is known to be at increased risk of severe disease. Is currently to treatment or vaccine for COVID-19, however most symptoms can be managed. Then there are several things that must be done for us who as health workers. Wash your hands with clean running water and soap, or if they don't look dirty, use an alcohol-based hand rub. Then the virus in the hands will die. Cover mouth and nose with folded elbow or tissue when coughing and sneezing. Immediately throw away the used tissue and wash hands with clean running water and soap, or use an alcohol-based antiseptic. Thus, you protect others from virus that come on through coughing and sneezing. COVID-19 is known to spread more easily through close contact with people who are infected with COVID-19. Therefore, it's possible keep a distance of 1 meter from people who are coughing, sneezing, or having a fever. Don't touch your eyes, nose, mouth, hand, touch various surface of object that may be contaminated with this virus. If you touch your eyes, nose, or mouth with dirty hands, you may transfer the virus from the surface to yourself. If you have a fever, cough, and difficulty breathing, seek medical attention. Call the health facility and let them know in advance that you are coming. Always follow the guidelines of health workers or national health guidelines. For health service facility staff dealing with stress, it's natural for us to be sad, stressed, or burdened when a crisis occurs. You can talk to right handman or counselor. Maintain a healthy lifestyle, good diet, sleep, exercise, and social relationship with friends, and do not smoke, consume alcohol or other drugs to cope with your feelings. If you're worried, tell your boss, and if you start to feel sick, tell your doctor right away. There are times when we have to clean our hands, and this is most important for early prevention. Previously use an alcohol bath and hand sanitizer, or wash your hands with clean water flowing and soap. Step 1. First, before touch patient. Then before run clean procedure aseptic. After there is of exposure body fluids. After touch patient. After touch environment around the patient. If anybody has anything else to add, I would like to end today's meeting with the conclusion of that what I have said must be done so that the speed of COVID-19 doesn't develop back to ourselves, to instill obligation as health workers. Yes, Eka.
I have a suggestion. What if we put antiseptic and medical mask box in every corner of the hospital room?
Oh yes, that's a great idea. Okay, thanks. See you in the next meeting.